Hi, I'm Michael Mayer, and in this video I want to talk about a concept that I find myself telling people very often. It's the little saying it's turned into a saying for myself, which is when we have a question of doing either one thing or another, kind of an either or, because a lot of times I'll get questions from people that say, you know, I can do it this way or I can do it that way. And what I've found over the years is that when we are faced with this sort of a either-or sort of situation, the right answer tends to be, usually, is do both, right? Okay, so why is this? Because we're looking for balance. And so if we only do one thing or the other thing, we're probably going to be out of balance because we're doing too much of one thing. So the idea of doing both to kind of balance each other out, and so that we get sort of a combination, and not even a combination, but just that the two forces, the two actions are working together. There's so many applications of this idea, this concept. One is, for instance, the jaw. You know, we often hear people say, drop the jaw. And so that's kind of the downward action of the jaw. But really, we should kind of do things in both directions. We should feel that the jaw opens both down and up. So the jaw stretches. That's why I always refer to the jaw not so much as dropping the jaw or even opening the jaw, but stretching the jaw. So that's the feeling of going in both directions, up and down. The feeling of both applies also to inhale and exhale, right? We don't just only inhale and then only exhale, because that throws things out of balance. So what we do is we inhale, and then when we finish inhaling, while we sing, we're using our inhale muscles and our exhale muscles at the same time to kind of create a nice balanced action, like I always say, to compress the breath rather than just to loosely exhale it out. If we only exhale, then the breath is overpowering the voice. And also, like I discussed in my article, the #1 mistake singers are making, which is available on the homepage of VocalWisdom.com. Just register as a free member of the community, and you can have access to that article. I explain how the body has an automatic response that opens the glottis when we exhale. So we have to kind of do a little bit of both, where we suspend the breath by retaining the feeling of inhalation, and then we use just the reflexive the reflexive exhale of just the abdomen. There's deep muscles in the abdomen that compress the breath. So there's another example of kind of doing both. Opening the throat. We hear people talk about dropping the larynx to open the throat. I point out a lot in the things that I write about the importance of opening the smelling space of the nasal passages and the nasopharynx, which is the space that's above the soft palate at the level of the nose back here. And but we get into trouble if we only do one or the other. We've got to make sure that we open both the upper end and the lower end of the resonator. Sometimes we can call that the throat, right? The larynx is at the bottom of the throat. We need to let that release down. But we also need to make sure that we have the upper end open from the feeling of inspiration or the feeling of smelling, so that both ends are released in their direction. The top really feels like it's stretching up, and the bottom feels like it's stretching down. We never want the top to go down. That will make the voice heavy. We never want the bottom to go up. That gives us a little bit of a disconnected high larynx, which is going to cause some discomfort and tightness. Those are big ones: the jaw, the breathing, the opening of the throat or the opening of the airway, going in both directions. You can go down the line. It can happen, in all kinds of different ways. Posture, And you'll find things as you come along. So just keep that in mind. I don't want this to be. I want this just to be a little tip for you to think about. So the thing to remember is when you're faced with an either or, think of doing both. All right, and see what you can figure out that way. It's all about balance. All right, thanks a lot.